What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Horizon Forbidden West seemingly getting delayed. Now, this is going to be one of those situations of a correct me if I'm wrong situation, okay? But when Horizon Forbidden West was first announced, to my knowledge, it was intended to be spring of 2021. They did a developer diary, but they had like a talk. Do you remember what I'm talking about? This is the correct me if I'm wrong part. There was a video that had the members of Guerrilla Games talking about this game while also showing parts of it. It was right after this game was announced, and they said that the targeted release date was spring 2021. Now, the only reason I say that is because there seems to be a small divide where maybe not everybody they don't necessarily know that it happened, or maybe they forgot or whatever, but we are in a situation where maybe I just made that up. I really don't think so. I really think it's just a situation of people forgot or people didn't see that specific video. But to my knowledge, Horizon was intended to be spring of 2021. I've always talked about it like it was going to be spring, and I feel like I had to have had some piece of information, even to back myself up with my own knowledge, right? I had to have had some sort of information to do that. But the biggest news is yesterday, we got basically a PS5 commercial, and it was amazing. It was like a trailer, right? It was incredible, and we got some tidbits towards the end. We got a couple games, like the Returnal, remember that game? And we got Ratchet & Clank, how they're intended for the first half of 2021. Now, we knew that. We knew to expect Ratchet. I think Ratchet & Clank is going to come out very soon. I've always said, I think I even had a predictions video on this channel. I still do on this channel, and I said that maybe somewhere in the range of like January, February. I think it's an early 2021 game. But we got tidbits of information like that. But then we also got, at the very bottom, it said Horizon Forbidden West is targeting the second half of 2021. So to me, that's a delay. Now, and when I say those things, when I make videos like that, of course, there's always people. Most times happens when like the video gets a little bit bigger. You'll have people say a game can't get delayed if it was never had a release date. I don't believe that at all. I don't think that's actually factually true in the first place. If the game was targeted for spring and now it's in the second half of 2020, which now would be the summer months or later, then the game would be delayed. I mean, that's just, I think, factually correct. And, by the way, this is just kind of a video updating you guys that this is what's happening. We can talk about really quickly where I think Sony's going to be in 2021, but what I do want to say really fast is, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like a big deal. I'm not crying about it. It's not like I'm so, frustrated. I think 2021, to talk about that, is going to be an amazing year for PlayStation. I have no problem playing Horizon in August versus playing it in May, okay? I don't think it was ever going to come out in, the February time that the original Horizon came in. That just wasn't going to happen, right? So now we have this game. Again, summer months later. Now, what I'll say is, to try and predict it. Now, I do want to have an entire predictions video, but you really could make the point for obviously any month. Obviously, the summer months have worked pretty well for Sony over the last little while. You also have the fall, which is the fall, right? You obviously push a game to sell the consoles, especially closer to the holiday season. So I think they're in a solid spot no matter what. But again, even looking on the bright side, it not being in the first half of the year, well, that's okay. It really is okay because, again, you have Ratchet & Clank. You have Kena Bridge of Spirits, and that is never going to be a game that I forget about, right? That's a game that I personally am very excited for. I think a decent amount of people are very excited for. You got Destruction All-Stars even, right, being a free PlayStation Plus game in February. So I think it's going to be fine. You're going to have stuff. The real issue really is, it's going to take, I think the issue in general, even with Microsoft and the Series X and S, it's going to take some time to get exclusives. I mean, Microsoft isn't going to have, I would say, really game-changing exclusives for a while. Who knows when Halo Infinite even releases? And then you have to wait for the Bethesda games. You have to wait for some of the other. Fable is obviously a while out. Avowed is obviously a while out. And again, Bethesda games is going to be a while. Some of those the Initiative, that studio, right, that's making a pretty massive game that's got employees from all these different companies. They may take 1, 2, 3 more years to make their game, right? So it is going to be definitely a wait-and-see kind of period, and I feel like this is another example of the thing that's happened around the world over this past year affecting it, pushing this game back. The one thing I want to talk about, really, before we end this video, the last thing, with Horizon being delayed, I do want to focus the spotlight on God of War really fast, God of War Ragnarok. Now, we got a trailer, a full-length trailer for Horizon. And again, they did say spring, and now it's later than spring. So you got to imagine that game is pretty darn close. Now, God of War has never been a game that I thought was going to release until obviously they showed it in 2021. God of War came out April of 2018. For Ragnarok to come out anytime in 2021, that's only 3 years, 3 to 3.5 years. I personally didn't think, before it was shown, I thought we were looking at 2022 for sure. That 2022 would be that game, would be maybe some other games as well, but for sure it would be that game. We get Ragnarok, but we get the teaser, 40-second teaser, hear Kratos' voice, see a couple words, that's it. And it says 2021. I'm not sold on it coming out in 2021. That would be a big deal if it was pushed. That would be, I think, a bigger deal than Horizon because it's being pushed a full year, even though in reality it could have been planned to come out in October or November, and then it's pushed now to February, March, April, 2022. I think it's possible that happens. And honestly, for God of War 2, it makes even more sense because especially you have the capturing, the motion capture and all that stuff, and we know that was delayed for everybody. And any game that wanted to do motion capture was pushed 4 months because of the stuff that happened back in the spring, right? So they all lost time there. And I think if God of War was originally planning on being 2021 or late 2021, that gets pushed. So if anything that I'm negative about, it's not Horizon being pushed. That doesn't really matter. There's going to be plenty of PlayStation games. There's probably going to be plenty of games in general to play in the first half of 2021 in general. I don't think I'm going to be, I'm sure I'll miss it. Horizon is like my most anticipated game. So, I am very excited for it. But I'll gladly wait. It's no problem. But the thing that is a little bit weird is, okay, Horizon comes out July, August, September. Do you also have God of War? If you do, that's amazing. And what an incredible 2 to 4 month period you would have now, right? If it doesn't, well, that looks a little bit weaker. That hurts a little bit. There's also Spider-Man 2 to consider. There's that mystery Uncharted possible game right from that San Diego team. There's plenty of other games, but I don't know. I feel like delaying Horizon, not without really saying it, because nobody's really saying it. I'm saying it. Nobody else is really doing it. Delaying Horizon is like, okay, well, do you delay God of War? Because now, while it may actually be better for you that, again, you're having 2 games come out in a 3 to 4 month period, that's great. That sounds great. It would be great if it happens. You look at what The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima did. It did amazing. But then you have the case of, okay, well, if you delay one game that's more story-driven, who knows how much motion capture, voice work was required. Well, God of War, not entirely similar, right? Because obviously more linear compared to more open world, even though God of War has open world elements. But, does that game get delayed too? So that's just something I want people to think about as well. But let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? When do you think Horizon's coming out? Do you think this impacts God of War? Do you think this impacts other maybe mysterious, Sony first-party games? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video every single day on this channel, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.